Hi there everybody, Natasha Wilkinson, your independent sensory consultant from Mount Isa, Australia. Now, we have been going through our Autumn-Winter 2022 catalogue, which begins in February. So, I've been taking you through our fragrance families, and today we're going to talk about the fruity fragrance family. There are actually 20 different scents here in our Autumn-Winter catalogue, which I am going to talk to you about and tell you my impressions of. Before I begin though, let me just say that the fruity category for me is perhaps one of my favourite categories, and the reason being that it's one of my favourite categories is that it is so versatile. I do tend to gravitate towards the fruity probably more in summer than I do in winter, but that's not to say some fruity scents don't have their place in winter. So for me, fruity scents are bright, they're vibrant, they freshen up the place in winter. But if you go and add a coconut milk, for instance, to one of your favourite fruity scents, you've got this beachy, tropical vibe going. Add a little bit of citrus and coconut milk to your favourite fruity scent. Given the right fruity scent, you can create your favourite tropical cocktail and give this vibe that you're lounging on the beach, enjoying your favourite cocktail. And then for me, fresh scents need a little bit of a sweetness. They can come across a little bit too salty sea air, or maybe a little just too plain aquatic and bland. If I add my favourite fruity scent to it, it gives it that little bit of oomph, that little bit of sweetness that I'm looking for in an aquatic scent. And I think that's why I gravitate towards those tropical aquatic scents that got a floral or a fruity note in it, because of that sweetness. So let's talk about winter for fruity scents. I gravitate towards bakery in winter. There's something warm and comforting and cozy about a good bakery scent. If you add fruit to a bakery base like a cake or a sugar cookie we don't actually have here in our catalogue here in Australia. We haven't had it for a while, but it was quite high up in the voting poll in our recent vote for Bring Back My Bar. So there is a high potential that it may have made the voting list to come back in July, along with its counterpart from the Easter collection cotton candy cookie, which was cotton candy and a sugar cookie base. But I am squirreling and digressing. So add a cake base, a sugar cookie base, or a vanilla buttercream base to a fruit, and you've got a really beautiful fruity bakery scent. Add a little bit of spice to a fruity scent, and you've got that woodsy, spicy fruity scent that is always beautiful in winter. Who doesn't love an apple and spice scent? Apple pies are my favourite dessert of all time, and my Sensi Club at one stage was filled with just apple and pie scents and apple and spice scents. I have now since downgraded it to just a couple, but I'm always for a good fruity spice scent. Orange and spice go really well together, and I tend to gravitate towards them in summer. So as you can see, fruity scents, given the right fruit, can basically go for any type of season and any type of mood. And that's why I love fruity scents so much. But I'm not here to talk about why I love the fruity scents. I'm here to take you through our 20 fragrances from our fruity category, tell you my impressions. I will give you my top 6, and then we will talk about what actually didn't make it back from our last autumn-winter catalogue. So the first one I am going to talk about, this for us is a staple through autumn, winter, summer, spring catalogue. It doesn't seem to leave our catalogue here in region 3. I do know in region 1 it tends to go away in winter. I'm not sure about region 2. But that is apricot and vanilla, and it is heirloom peach, apricot and vanilla, ice cream, tempt fate, and everyone else. This is one of Heidi's favourites. So for those of you who don't know who Heidi is, she is one of the co-CEOs. They're at the moment on a missionary in region 2, so they have handed the reins over to some of their co-workers at the moment, but she is actually one of our co-founders of Scentsy. I actually haven't warmed a bar of this. I did get it in a whiff box recently, but it has since been given to a friend, so I will have to get another bar of this to actually try this. And you get that fresh apricot fruity smell when you smell this. The vanilla kind of tones it down so it's not so, I guess, tart or in your face apricot. It really softens this scent. When I smell it in the testers, it smells quite light, so I don't know how well it would perform in an open concept area, but I think this would be a nice bedroom scent to warm in the bedroom in some of your areas that aren't quite so open concept. So the next one, Aussie Plum. So this is a melange of juicy plum, pink grapefruit and tart pomegranate with smooth vanilla. Again, another one I haven't warmed. So here I am telling you, fruity scents are my favourite, and we've already come to the first two and I haven't actually warmed them. But as I said, there are 20 scents in this category. We get so many limited time owners. I do try and get to as many as I can, but I just sometimes can't get to them all. So this is another one I think I might have to pick up a bar and try though, because I do want to attempt one catalogue season to get through all the scents. It would be a mission of mine to do that. So yes, you do pick up that bright plum note when you smell this. The grapefruit kind of is adding this sweet yet tart. I do kind of remember warming this not as a full bar through its full cycle, but I do kind of remember warming it for samples when I first started as a consultant. This is another one that tends to stay in our catalogue and doesn't diverse out of our catalogue, but I do kind of remember warming this, and I do kind of remember it having a little bit of depth about it when it warmed. That pomegranate and that grapefruit kind of gave it a bit of depth and tartness, whereas it smells probably a little bit more sweeter in the tester. The next one is Berry Bright, and this one is blue raspberry and fresh clementine light the way to a sweet sugar plum. This one's really pretty. I have warmed this. I like to warm this one in my daughter's room. It's very sugary, sweet, blueberry type fragrance. If you like Blueberry Rush, if you liked Aladdin 3 Wishes, you will like this. This comes across probably a little more tart than Aladdin 3 Wishes. Aladdin 3 Wishes was more brighter, more sweeter. This has that little bit of tartness from the clementine. And then I think Blueberry Rush was a little bit more blueberry, whereas this kind of, you can smell that vibrant note through the sweetness of the Berry Bright, but it is very, very pretty, and it is probably one of my favourites when it comes to the fruity category. The next one is Berry Fairy Tale. This is another one that I have not got around to warming, and that is Sweet Dreams are made of pineapple slices, star apple and raspberry. Okay, to me it smells like a sweet fruit, basic fruit punch, and I think that's why I haven't really gravitated towards it, because there are so many scents in there that give me that generic sweet fruit punch vibe, that if I've got a bar and I feel like a fruit punch vibe, I'll just reach for whatever I have. I don't actually go out of my way to just pick up a scent that smells like fruit punch. It's not one that really gravitates. I'm not going to say it doesn't appeal to me. I'll warm this type of scent, I'll enjoy it, but it's not one that I need to have. Black Raspberry and Vanilla. This is another one of my favourites, and that is Delicious Sun-Sweetened Dark Berries warmed with vanilla. This is the type of scent that you can warm all year round. It has that dark, bitter depth from the black raspberry, and then it's smoothed out that sweetness from the vanilla. I will say, I haven't tried it myself, but there's something apparently in the formulation of black raspberry and vanilla. If you have residue on your warmer dishes that's a bit hard to get off, melt some black raspberry and vanilla in it, and it helps clean your warmer dishes and lift the residue off. The next one, Bubblegum Blast. My daughter absolutely loves this scent. Me, I'm not the biggest fan of it, but my daughter does enjoy this scent, and I can see why it would appeal to her, because it is quite sweet, very sugary sweet. I think it's just a little too sweet for my personal liking, and that is a perfect pop of bright orange, juicy cherry and sweet vanilla. So it's kind of like a Hubba Bubba bubble gum, but a little bit more sherbety. So you're getting that sherbety, fizzy sweetness you would get from a sherbet when you actually smell Bubblegum Blast. The next one I have warmed, not my favourite, and that is Chili Mango, and it is just sliced mango and juicy peach go a little rogue with a sassy hint of chili. So if it didn't have that chili in this, I would probably enjoy it more. But when it's warming, that chili to me kind of gives me... Now we have a Bowen mango tree out our backyard, and if they are left on the tree a little bit too long and the sun has got them a little bit, there's just this over-ripened mango scent that you can smell coming from that tree. We absolutely love our mangoes and try to pick them when they're ripe, because the bats otherwise will get to them. But when you've left a mango in the sun a little bit too long, there's this like acidy, over-ripened note, and I kind of get that from the chili in the chili mango. So I think this would have been nicer without the chili in the chili mango. So I think that's what turns me off. If it didn't have the chili, I would probably really enjoy chili mango. So the next one, this is one of my favourites. That is Dazzling Pomegranate. So the sparkly melody of pomegranate, bright orange and mimosa accord. So I know pomegranate is traditionally a winter fruit, but I prefer to warm this when it's warm and hot and summery, and because that mimosa accord adds this kind of effervescent, tingly, sparkling note to this that really sweetens and brightens up the tartness that you can get from a pomegranate. So it's a very bright, effervescent, bouncy, sweet scent to me when I warm this. And on a hot day, when I want to brighten up my house, I will totally reach for Dazzling Pomegranate. The next one is Dragon Fruit Lychee. And I don't think I've tried this one yet. So this one is succulent pineapple and a splash of coconut water over a touch of warm creamy vanilla. And I did forget to say when I was talking about black raspberry and vanilla, that black raspberry and vanilla is actually one of our best sellers here in Australia. So I just digress a little bit because I did forget to tell you that. So let's talk about Dragon Fruit and Lychee, which was succulent pineapple and a splash of coconut water over a touch of warm creamy vanilla. So I get a very tropical coconutty vibe when I smell this on cold. I'm smelling that coconut water more than probably anything. Maybe a slight sweetness coming through from that vanilla. It's really toning down that pineapple. Pineapple can be quite strong forward and quite tart in your face, but that combination of that coconut vanilla and creamy vanilla and coconut water really tone it down, making it more like a tropical scent more than anything. The next one we're going to talk about is Go-Go Mango. That is another bestseller, and it's also another one that continues on from catalogue to catalogue and doesn't generally retire. So it is juicy mango and melon garnished with hibiscus and sweet banana flowers. So this is the mango scent I enjoy, and the mango scent I actually reach for. It's very sweet, it's very tropical, it's very fruity. This is actually a good scent. If you've got like a scent, and I know a lot of people really, really love scents like aloe vera and ivy, and that have that green cactusy note to it, and they like that green cactusy note. I myself personally find them a bit too green and cactusy. I will mix Go-Go Mango with those type of scents just to add that sweetness that I feel that it is missing, and it actually becomes quite a beautiful, pretty mix when I actually do that. And I tend to be able to use up those bars if I have them and enjoy them without warming them and thinking this is too green, I don't like this. So the next one was also a bestseller, and it was new to our catalogue last autumn winter, and it was Mad for Melon, and it is juicy honeydew melon, fresh from the vine, is adorned with freesia and wild poppy. Okay, so this is one of those cases where it's probably a little bit too green for me. That melon's kind of coming across as an under-ripened melon. So I think I do have a bar of this, which is why I haven't used it, because it smells to me like an under-ripened melon. I love to eat honeydew melon. I love the smell of it when it's fresh, but this is just not sweet enough. I don't know if that floral in it's kind of making it more green than it should, but this would be one of those cases where I would go pick up a Go-Go Mango and probably mix Go-Go Mango to try and sweeten that out a little bit for me. But it was a bestseller last season, so there are a lot of people that really, really love that one. The next one is my Hello Coconut. Picture actually show it as a blue wax, but my little test is actually a green wax, and I haven't had a bar to actually tell you what colour the wax actually is. So if you've had a bar of my Hello Coconut, you know what colour the wax should be, I'd be interested to know. So my Hello Coconut is Paradise is only a whiff away with floral Hawaiian lei and violet over fruity fresh pineapple and coconut. So this is something I would probably put more in the floral than the fruity, to be honest with you. I'm smelling that violet and the Hawaiian lei more than I am smelling the pineapple and coconut. It's a very tropical, powdery, sweet floral that I am smelling when I smell my Hello Coconut. The next one is returning from our last autumn winter catalogue, and that is Oh Snapdragon. Oh Snapdragon is exotic blood orange and sparkling pink pineapple are punctuated by a fierce snapdragon. So I enjoyed this in the last autumn winter catalogue. I just found it very, very light, and I had to kind of stick my nose over the warmers to actually smell this one. So it was a sweet, fruity, slightly floral scent, but it was really, really light. I probably wouldn't pick another bar up because I just, performance-wise, got no performance personally when I had this last catalogue in this time last year, in our autumn winter 2020 catalogue. So the next one, this was a scent of the month last year, in April of last year, and it has been deemed popular enough to make its way into a catalogue. And this is one that actually was in my Scentsy Club when it was a scent of the month, because I did actually enjoy it. You do need to like peach to enjoy this. So this is Plumeria Peach, which is ripe pineapple and luscious peach blend sweetly over a bed of blooming plumeria. So I enjoy warming this in my bedroom in summer when I'm not looking for those heavy, warm, heaty, comforting scents. I will put Plumeria Peach in my warmers in my main bedroom. It smells like a fresh, ripe peach. You smell the skin, you smell the pip, you smell the flesh. A juicy, fresh, ripe peach, and it smells absolutely delicious. I haven't warmed it in open concept area, but I don't think it would do too terribly in the open concept area, but it just fills my room up so magnificently, and it's one that's just got a little bit of softness about it too that makes it perfect for the main bedroom in summer. So I tend to stick to warming that one in the summer in the main bedroom. The next one is Pomegranate Prosecco, and it is delicate rosé berry and pomegranate and an effervescent splash to a flute of pink Prosecco. So this to me smelt more like a red cordial when I warmed it. It was new to our catalogue last season, and I kind of got a light red cordial vibe. I didn't get much of a Prosecco or an effervescent note. To me, Dazzling Pomegranate is a lot more effervescent. It's a lot more richer than this. This is kind of a lightened down version of a watery red cordial when I smell this. It wasn't particularly one of my favourites. The next one is Sea Salt and Avocado. You do you, while pink sea salt Valencia orange, and creamy avocado keep your spirit in flight. So this is one that generally continues over from catalogue to catalogue here in Region 3. And I haven't yet to warm a bar of this. I don't know whether it just smells a little bit too green to me in the test of why I haven't, but apparently I've been told it does transform and does smell different on warming. But to me it smells like a fresh green scent, which kind of has me not gravitating towards it very much. So the next one is Shimmer, and that is also a bestseller here in Region 3, and it's also one that doesn't leave our catalogue. It tends to transfer from catalogue to catalogue. While I am telling you that these tend to transfer from catalogue to catalogue, that doesn't necessarily mean they will forever do that. At some stage they may decide to retire these scents. So just because I'm saying they are currently transferring from catalogue to catalogue doesn't mean that that's going to be the case forever. Just keep that in mind. So Shimmer is sweet cherries, velvety apricots, and sensual white musk crowned with a tiara of shimmering spun sugar. So this is a very perfumey, musky, sweet scent, and it's that white musk in it that brings a scent memory to me, and that is that it totally reminds me, here in Australia there's a franchise called The Body Shop, and they have a line called White Musk. It reminds me of that line White Musk every time I smell this. It's very pretty. It worked well in my open concept area, even though it's not a powerhouse, but it hummed lightly in the open concept area, filling up that open concept area with a sweet, musky perfume. I think it would be better as a bedroom scent, but I did want to mix it with sugar. I did a combination of sugar and Shimmer, and that was a really, really pretty mixture. So the next one is strawberry and rockmelon, and it is rockmelon, strawberry jam, and a whisper of hibiscus, shape a sweet, sunny fragrance. So that's the wrong scent. Okay, so again I'm getting an undergreen, under-ripened melon, and that would be the rock melon I'm smelling. I distinctly smell the rock melon, not quite ripe enough, but just on the verge of ripening. So it's not as green to me as Mad for Melon. It's a little bit sweeter. Smells like it would be a good performer, but it's still smelling, it smells like the actual rock melon, but just like it needs a little bit more ripening to it. I don't see myself hating this one. I haven't warmed it, but I feel like it needs to be just a little bit more sweeter. I'm not picking up strawberry, I'm picking up more of that fresh rock melon more than anything. The next one, strawberry rose. So this was the scent of the month in 2020, and then it was deemed popular enough to come in our autumn winter catalogue of 2021. It retired for our spring summer catalogue, but has come back again for our autumn winter catalogue for 2022. And this was actually the scent of the month in February of 2020 when I first started as a consultant. So it kind of brings memories back of my beginning journey, and I absolutely love this scent. So you're either going to like this scent or you're not going to like this scent. It's one of those scents that you either smell an artificial strawberry or you smell a fresh strawberry. Me, I smell fresh strawberries straight off the vine, mixed with just a little bit of sweetness and that powderiness that you can get from a rose. I'm not smelling the rose, I'm smelling the strawberry, but I think the rose is adding a little bit of creamy, a little bit of sweetness to that strawberry that I am smelling. This is a strong performer. It will fill up my open concept area, trickle up the hallway and go into the bedrooms. And I absolutely love it. This goes into my Scentsy Club every time it is not available in the catalogue in multiple bars on. That is how much I absolutely love this scent. But I have realised a lot of strawberry scents I am partial to, and I do enjoy a lot of strawberry scents. I will say that the Life's a Garden strawberry scent, as much as I wanted to love it, I couldn't love it. It was just, that smelled like artificial strawberries to me. That smelled like plastic and chapstick. But this, I smell strawberries, I smell fresh strawberries, and I absolutely love it and can't get enough of that scent. So the last one, actually for most regions, or I know for region 1, I'm not sure with region 2, but I know it came out in 2020 in the Good Vibes collection as their summer collection. It did come out as part of the summer collection for us, but it was also in the catalogue at the time for us. So it wasn't a new scent to us. And this is one that continues on from catalogue to catalogue too. So why Fiesta Lime, Hibiscus Water, Pineapple and Fugio and Palm Trees and Ocean Breeze were the new scents for us in that Good Vibes collection. Watermelon Tangerine was a scent that we already had in our catalogue and was not new to us when they brought that particular summer collection out. And it stayed in our catalogue and continued over. And it is sweet watermelon slices spiked with juicy tangerine and dewy greens. So if I'm going to reach for a melon scent, this is the melon scent I reach for, because I think that tangerine kind of gives it that little bit of brightness or that little bit of sweetness that kind of overtakes that dewy greens. It's still fresh enough and vibrant enough that you're still smelling that fresh green note, but that tangerine just gives it that bit of brightness and sweetness that I kind of look for to add to a melon note without it being too green and tart for me. And I do actually quite enjoy watermelon tangerine when I'm warming it. It's one of those scents that transforms a little bit more when it's warming. So they were the 20 scents from our fruity catalogue. So let's rate my top 6. So if I were to do a bundle and save 6-pack of just the fruity scents from our 2022 autumn winter catalogue, well, the strawberry rose is my number 1. I would not do a fruity 6-pack without strawberry rose in it, and I would not do a fruity 6-pack without Plumeria Peach in it. These are probably my 2 absolute favourite scents in our fruity category. Number 3, I am going to go Dazzling Pomegranate, because I do enjoy warming that one through the warmer months, and it's one that tends to go in my Scentsy Club when it retires at the end of the autumn winter catalogue, because it does generally retire for the spring summer catalogue and then come back autumn winter, and it may get to the stage one day that another pomegranate scent may eventually replace it fully. So I don't want to be without that scent, because that's the pomegranate scent that I myself reach for. So that would be number 3. Number 4, I am going to go Go Mango, because My son loves mango scents. He likes warm mango scents in his room. But this tends to be the tropical scent that I like to use to sweeten up those greener melon notes. And I find that this tends to work really well doing that as a mixer. So I'm going to go number 4 for that. Number 5. Watermelon and tangerine. So I would probably pick up watermelon and tangerine, even though I'm not the biggest melon fan, because I do enjoy that on a hot summer's day, and I sometimes mix it with other scents to make a nice fruity cocktail, or I sometimes mix it just to sweeten it up, and I sometimes just warm it on its own. So watermelon and tangerine would be number 5. And number 6, I am going to go Berry Bright. We don't get many blueberry type scents in our catalogue, and Berry Bright's just a fun, fruity, vibrant scent. So that would be my ultimate 6-pack if I were to grab a ultimate 6-pack of fruity scents. So, and I will do 2 honourable mentions, which would be black raspberry and vanilla and shimmer. They would probably be my 2 honourable mentions. Out of them, let's talk about what didn't make it from the 2021 Autumn Winter Catalogue. So what didn't return in our fruity scent? So Berry Bright was actually a bestseller in autumn of 2021, and it's actually not classified as a bestseller for 2022. So that could mean something. It may not mean something. It may still sell enough that it will stay for the next colour, but the fact that it's not a bestseller now means it's not as popular as it was before then. Dragon Fruit Lychee was also a bestseller and is no longer a bestseller in our current catalogue. So, Lovely Lychee did not make it back into the catalogue. So Lovely Lychee was let luscious notes of pineapple, lychee juice and jasmine petals transport you into a tranquil tropical retreat. So that was really nice. You smelt the sweetness of the lychee, but then you had that sweet floral as well. So it was a very pretty combination of sweet floral and sweet fruity tropical. So that did not make it back. Pineapple Packet is actually retiring this catalogue, so you have until the end of this month to grab Pineapple Packer. That is just a fresh pineapple. So if you're after just plain fresh pineapple, grab yourself some Pineapple Packer before it retires at the end of this month. Red Pear and Pomegranate is also retiring at the end of this month, so you have until the end of this month to grab yourself some Red Pear and Pomegranate. To me, it's very similar to Dazzling Pomegranate, but it's a little bit brighter and it doesn't have that, maybe a little bit tartar as well, and it doesn't have that effervescent note. Comes across a little bit fruit punchy to me, Red Pear and Pomegranate. So, Sea Salt and Avocado was classified as a bestseller in our last autumn winter catalogue, and it's not a bestseller in this catalogue. And taffy did not make it back. So strawberry taffy was nostalgic notes of vanilla taffy folded with strawberry puree, beckoned straight from memory lane. I never actually got around to warming a bar of that. It smelled a little bit more artificial lolly strawberry to me on cold smell, which is probably why I gravitated more towards strawberry rose. I preferred that fresher smelling strawberry. So they were the scents that have officially retired or retiring, and I just thought it was interesting to tell you what's no longer a bestseller. That was because that's kind of an indication that those scents are kind of maybe not as popular as they once were, which could mean if they don't sell well this season that they may not make it back into the next autumn winter catalogue. So that is my little video. We have gone for 40 minutes, so I do apologise if this is a little bit too long, of the 20 fruity winter scents that will be in our autumn winter catalogue. So what were your favourites? Love to know what your favourites are, how you enjoy fruity scents. Comment below. So if you're looking for a consultant in Region 3, I will leave my details below. I'm in Australia and New Zealand. Currently in Australia, I haven't signed the contract to sell in New Zealand because I don't have any New Zealand customers, but if there is a New Zealand customer that was looking for a Region 3 consultant and would like to reach out to me, I'm more than happy to have a chat about that. If you'd like to subscribe, that would be great. I will be on tomorrow to talk about the floral scents. So until then, stay safe and bye for now.